So the guard's like, get out of him, get out of him, get off of him. Brooks like, man, hold up, this consensual. They like, man, get off of him, get off of him. Brooks was like, well, since I'm going to the hole, I might as well kill him. I might as well kill him then.
Welcome to another episode of Dante's Prison Stories. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or I'ma push that blade.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
So at this time, y'all, I'm in a hole for getting caught with a phone, right? So I hear, let me go, man. Let me go, man. It was consensual. It was consensual. Man, I didn't R.A.P. him. Man. It was consensual. So I get up, I'm like, man, what the f is going on, right? Now, I know that voice. I'm like, that's Brooks. That's Mr. Brooks, right? So they pop my door and they throw his ass in there, right? I'm like, hey, what's up? So he turned around, he like waved me off, and he turned like, hey man, I ain't do that. It was consensual. It was consensual, man. I ain't do that. I didn't him, man. Y'all on some bull. Y'all on some bullshit, man. I swear to God, y'all on some bullshit, man. I swear to God, y'all on some bullshit, man. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at Mr. Brooks, right? And I'm not even gonna call him Mr. Brooks because he don't deserve that title. I mean, why is he a Mr.? Because he's 68 years old. Anyway, so I'm like, yo, dog, you good? He like, no, I ain't good, man. No, I ain't good, man. This some bullshit, man. I mean, I didn't this dude. So it's now all registering. I'm like, Ray, what? So he sit down on this bed, right? Now, in the hole, you got two beds. You got a bed on the left side, and you got a bed on the right side. You got the toilet all the way in the back, and that's it. That's all y'all got. Y'all ain't got no desk. Y'all ain't got no locker, nothing, right? So he just plopped down on his bed. So he's sitting there with his hands, like, together, like in a praying motion, but his hands is balled up, right? And he's sitting there, right? He's like, man, this is some bullshit, man. I hate being here, man. I hate being here, man. I hate that I did that, man. So I'm just sitting there. He was like, man, did they serve the food yet? I was like, what? He was like, did they serve the food yet, man? I'm hungry. I was like, nah, but you ain't got nothing good to look forward to. It was like, what you mean? They still giving that food loaf bullshit? I said, yep. It was like, man, it's some bull. He was like, well, I might as well tell you, man, we go ahead and get out the way. So they accused me of raping my homeboy. I said, did you do it? He was like, hell no, man, that was consensual. It was consensual. So in my head, I'm thinking like, oh man, so they gonna put this, homosexual in my cell, right? And the graper accuser at that. So I'm like, man. He like, now hold on, young buck. Let me explain. Let me explain something to you. It was consensual, man. I said, listen, on the real, I don't even want to know. You ain't got to explain nothing to me. You back here, they put you in here. It is what it is. Just know I don't play them type of games, right? He was like, man, listen, man, I hate being here, man. I just hate being here. So I said, all right, man. So he lay down and he goes to sleep. So I'm sitting there looking at him like, this dude was just up, causing all this hell, raising all this hell, talking about he ain't do it, it was consensual. And then he just falls asleep. I'm like, I guess being 68 years old take a lot out of you when you yelling, hollering, and screaming, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, like, what did this dude do to get sent to prison? What did he do? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him when he get up. I mean, we ain't got nothing but time anyway. Now, I know. For those that been watching me for years, y'all gonna say, Dante, what's going on? I thought one of your number one rules was that you cannot be in the cell with a punk. You cannot be in the cell with a punk. Well, when you back in the hole, you really ain't got no choice. You can't go nowhere. The hole is the last stop. Now, if I was upstairs and they try to put a punk in my cell, of course I can punk. One or two or three things will happen. Either they will not let the punk come in my cell and I'm good, or they'll put the punk in my cell anyway, and if I do something to the punk, then I could go to the hole. Or I just cell up with the punk and life goes on, which that ain't happening. That's out. But back here in the hole, you ain't got no option. I mean, you can beat them up or whatever, but I mean, you don't want to spend no more time back there than you need to spend already, you know? So it's like, what do I do? Now, in Mr. Brooks' situation, he's not a punk. I mean, he's a punk for messing with a homosexual, for messing with a punk, but he's not, you know, like Gay Nelson. He ain't like Peaches. He ain't like Lil Kim. You know what I'm saying? I guess he the man of a punk. So either way, I can't do nothing about it, right? But I am going to ask him, what did he do to get in prison? Because I don't give a damn what he just did upstairs to get put down here, right? So about 3 hours go by, and he sit up. He was like, man, you know how long I've been out? It was like about 2-3 hours. It was like, oh, okay. All right. I said, hey, Brooks, let me holler at you right quick. He like, what's up? I said, what did you do to get here, man? It was like, man, I didn't grape that dude. I said, no, I'm not talking about what you did to get in here with me right now. Like, what did you do to get sent to prison, man? It was like, man, I've been in here for 40-something years, man. 40 fucking years, man. I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm going to tell you. So, I was married young when I was 22 years old. I got married when I was 22 years old. The woman that I married, she was a good woman. I ain't going to lie, she was a good woman. We had a couple kids together, 2 kids to be exact. And I used to go to work. I used to be the ice cream man. And back then, in the 70s, it made good money. And I was selling crack also. Crack and heroin also. So that was my hustle. I was selling ice cream. I had an ice cream truck, and I was selling heroin, and I was selling crack. Well, long story short, one of my fiends, one of my junkheads, wanted more. And they said wherever I was selling to them wasn't hitting the way it usually hit. So they wanted more, and they basically threatened my family and said they was going to do something to me and my wife and kids if I didn't, hook them up, get them straight. I'm thinking he, just running his mouth. So I wasn't studying. I slapped him around a couple times, put hands on him and, for threatening me and my family. But I didn't think he was going to do what he did. I said, okay. So he said one day he just on this route, driving around the city, and he said he just felt like this bad feeling just come over him, like this smothering feeling. So I'm like, okay. He said when he was at a stop, this car pulled up. It was his neighbor. His car pulled up, speeding. He said, dude jumped out the car, was like, hey, you need to get home right now, man. You need to get home right now. He's like, wait, what's going on? He's like, man, I don't want to tell you, bro. Just go home right now, man. Go home. I've been looking for you. Go home. So Mr. Brooks said, he like, all right. So he sped off. When he pulled up at his crib, well, when he got on the street, it was police everywhere. Ambulance, right? So he couldn't really get down the street. So he said he jumped out the truck, right? He jumped out the truck. And it's about to get real crazy, y'all. Because what y'all think I'm about to say, it did happen, but it's something else that's about to happen too. That's going to be really messed up. So Mr. Brooks said he go take off down the street towards his house, right? Police out front. They got the yellow tape up, everything. He like, what's going on, man? This is my house. This is my house. What's going on? They're like, who are you? I'm such and such, man. I'm Brooks, man. That's my wife and kids in there, man. There's my wife and kids in there. I live here. Detective's like, we got to talk to you over here, man. As they telling him we got to talk to you over here, a gurney come out. 3 of them. It's his wife and his 2 kids. Oh, Mr. Brooks lose it. He loses it. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Oh no! What happened? What happened? Right? And a squad car over here, they got dude. They got the dude that did it. He's right there. No! What the fuck is going on? The police is calming him down. Well, they trying to calm him down. Right? They want to ask him, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy back here in the back of this car? They take him over there. He say, that's the motherfucker. Oh, hell no. He did it. This motherfucker. Oh, no. The weight of the world is coming down on Mr. Brooks' head right now, y'all. It's coming down on his head. Now, remember I told y'all, now this is horrible. This is evil what happened to Mr. Brooks' family over some drugs, over a rock, right? Mr. Brooks' family got wiped out because a dope fiend, a junkie, felt like Mr. Brooks beat him on the dope. A little $20 rock that took 3 lives, right? $20 rock. And this man exterminated his wife and 2 kids. But no, y'all, it get worse. It's finna get real worse. Remember when I said Mr. Brooks pulled up and he jumped out the ice cream truck? Well, guess what, y'all? Mr. Brooks didn't put it in park. He was so frantic and so out of his mind trying to get to his house because you see all the police presence and the ambulance and all this chaos going on. Mr. Brooks didn't put the car in park. And because Mr. Brooks didn't put the car in park, the damn ice cream truck started rolling. It started rolling. You said, well, Dante, what's wrong with it rolling? Because what I forgot to mention to tell y'all, there was 3 little girls playing in the yard. Playing in the yard. Now, at this time, in the late 70s, this was a gentrification neighborhood where you had whites and blacks living together, right? 2 white girls, 1 black girl, living the Martin Luther King dream. One day, a black boy and a black boy and a white boy playing together. Right? Ain't that Martin Luther King dream? Well, that dream came to pass. You got these 2 white girls and this black girl in the yard. And they playing. I don't know if they playing Barbie dolls. I don't know if they playing marbles. I don't know what they playing. But whatever they playing, it got abruptly disrupted when this big old ice cream truck come plowing into them. Now, I don't really want to get graphic, but I got to, so I can paint the scene, so I can paint the picture for y'all. And I'm really talking to you alcoholics out there that be drinking and driving. Because I know a couple cats done took people's lives because they was drinking and driving and only got manslaughter by vehicular manslaughter and only got 4 years. Oh, I got some stories for y'all, but that's for later. Don't worry, I'm gonna get y'all that story later. I got y'all. Don't worry about that. So the ice cream truck come plowing into him, right? We gonna say white girl number 1. And these kids, they like 8 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old. So we're going to say white girl number 1. She get ran over, pinned under one of the wheels. Her little fragile body couldn't handle that pressure. DOA. And if y'all don't know what that means, dead on arrival. The other little white girl, oh, she lived, but she's an amputee now. Her arm was so severely tore up, they had to cut it off. And then the little precious black girl. All of the kids was precious. The 2 little white girls, they was precious too. But now you got the little precious black girl, the youngest of them. I'm just going to say this. When they got to her, she was still living, but she was screaming and hollering. All the men was coming together trying to get this damn ice cream truck off this girl. But the sad thing about it, you got dudes pushing this way, pushing that way. And when they lifted it up, I guess the little girl shifted the wrong way. And then the tire came down on her face. Closed casket. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, all along, Brooks is here down the street. It's chaos that's going on right now. Pure pandemonium chaos. You got Brooks over here banging on the window. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? And then you got right up the block. Not up the street. I said up on the block. See, a street is long. A block is a block. Right up the block. You got 3 fatalities. Well, 2 fatalities. Because one of the little white girls, precious white girls, only lost her arm. But you got all that chaos going on up the street. Get him out of here. Get this guy out of here. Right? Family members pulling up. His wife family members pulling up. His family members pulling up. For the ones that's already out there, people trying to see what's going on. It's going crazy. It's going down. Right? Everybody's emotions is high. Rightfully so. Some people on his wife's side is trying to get at Mr. Brooks. Because they like, it's your fault. This is your fault. And he know it. Right? Police getting involved, getting in the middle of things. Now, you got the mothers and fathers of these 3 children up the street that just got ran down by the ice cream truck that wasn't in park. They outside screaming, hollering. People like, wait, what's going on up there? Did somebody get killed up there too? It's pandemonium and mayhem, y'all. Before we go on with this, do me a favor, y'all. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. My videos is getting suppressed. I need for y'all to handle y'all business. I need for y'all to hit the like button, hype the video if you can, and share the video. And before we go on, one more time, we got to do the question of the day before I continue this story. The question of the day is this. What do you choose? A seafood dinner that consists of lobster tail, crab legs, and shrimp, or a steak dinner, and that just have a loaded potato and asparagus? So let me know, seafood dinner or steak dinner? That's the question of the day. Put it in the comment section. Now let's move on. So the police from up the street trying to see what's going on. It's police running up the street. It's more police coming. The whole department has emptied and they on this block. Right? With all the confusion going on and things of that nature, his wife family trying to fight him because they feel like he's responsible for his wife and kids unaliving. So the police, they make the car, get Brooks out of here, take him downtown. Like, we got to get him out of here. The riot police pulling up, all that. So they get Brooks out of there too, right? Now, at first, they treated Brooks with sympathy, right? He's in the detective office. They're sitting there with a coffee. He's drinking a coffee, right? They come in and they question him. He tells them the truth. He like, damn, I lost everything anyway. I might as well tell him the truth. Yeah, I was selling work. And this damn junkie felt like my work wasn't hitting right. So I should have just gave him another piece to satisfy him, but I didn't. And he said he was going to do this to my family. So this is what happened. So they're like, okay. All right. I bet. So they leave him in there for about a good hour. So he get up and he go knock on the door like, boom, boom. He like, hey, did y'all forget about me? 2 minutes go by. 2 detectives walk in. You need to sit down. What's going on? What's going on, man? Listen, you being charged with murder. What? You been charged with murder. You been charged with vehicular homicide. You causing great bodily harm, great bodily injury. He's like, I didn't do this to my family. I didn't do this. What the f*** y'all mean y'all charging me? Man, he did that, man. Like, nah, listen. When you got out that ice cream truck, you drove your ice cream truck today, right? Yeah. It was up the street. Well, guess what? When you hopped out that ice cream truck, it kept going. And it crushed 3 kids. 2 of them didn't make it. And one right now is in ICU fighting for her life. He said, what? What you mean? Man, no, man. Oh, my wife and kids. The detective's like, nah, listen. When you got out of that truck, you didn't put in the park. You are responsible for what happened to them 3 little girls. He like, 3 little girls. Now, we gonna stop it right there. And we gonna get back to prison, y'all. Many years later. So I'm like, damn, Brooks. He said, yeah, man, that's life for you. That's life. I said, oh. I said, Brooks, let me ask you a question, man. Real talk. Let me ask you a question. Like, what's up, man? I said, why did you start messing with men up in here? At this time, y'all, Brooks, again, he just sitting at the edge of the bed. And he got his fingers crossed, like his fist balled up in front of him, like he praying. And he's looking at the ground. And he look up at me. And he like, but before I tell y'all that, hey, listen, y'all, quick promo. I need for y'all to click the link in the comment section to my Patreon. All my stories that I can't tell on YouTube is over there. My Bible stories, the prison stories that I can't tell on here, my Lamarck Moore saga that y'all like, that's over there. My supernatural stories, my short horror films is over there too. So y'all make sure y'all check that out, okay? Now, if y'all don't want to watch my short horror films over there, I'm going to leave the link to my short horror films in the comment section on YouTube. I made a channel. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. Also, for my gamers out there that like to play Fortnite and Warzone, that channel will be pinned at the top of the comment section too. All right, but make sure y'all check out my Patreon. Let's get back to it. So I'm like, yo, Brooks, why did you start messing with men? He was like, let me tell you something, man. When you get life without parole, I mean life, how much time you got left? I said, I don't really know. And truthfully, I didn't know, y'all. But I know my max out was 10. The longest they can keep me in here for 10 years, right? And I'm already on my 5th year. So I said, I got a dime. He said, a dime? Man, I did that shit 3 times already. He said, listen, when I got in here, man, my head was messed up. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I just lost my family. And I'm responsible for 2 little girls getting ran over and another girl getting her arm cut off, all in the same day. Man, I gotta be real, y'all. I'm gonna tell you I have to tell y'all what he said. He said, man, these crackers done gave me life without parole, man. The crackers done gave me life without parole. So when you ask me why I start messing with dudes, guys up in here, man, that's the least of your concern of why I'm doing that. It's a lot of shit I done did up in here. I mean, just getting up in here, I just don't understand how I don't understand it. But I'm here. So you want to know why I did it? Because I was never getting out. I'm a human being. I have needs. And yeah, I wasn't gay when I'm not gay. I'm just a man. And I'm thinking in my head, no, you are gay. But he like, it just happened, man. I didn't come in here like that. Shit, I just really started doing this 20 years ago. He said that like 20 years ago, like a couple months ago. He said, man, I've been doing this for about 20 years, man. And, you know, it's just life. I mean, this is my life now. You going home, Dante, you got to outdate. You got a date to get out. I don't. When you leave here, I'ma still be here or I'm gonna be dead. So, you know, to answer your question, it's just a part of my life, part of my program. I said, all right, you got it. He said, now what you do to get up in here? Business, products, or your social media channels promoted, make sure you shoot me a text at this number. My channel get over 5 million views per month, so that's a lot of eyes on your promotion. If you forgot to hit that like button, make sure you smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Be sure to get your Military Mind Games merch. The link will be pinned in the comment section. And last but not least, make sure y'all help me fight this war on poverty.